Hi everyone, welcome back to Kohesive Samples. Huge thanks for supporting the channel, I really appreciate it. So today I'm going to show you how I flipped Illenium's future bass track into a melodic dubstep banger like this. Okay, so I got the vocal here. It is from Fractures by Illenium. Alright, first up, I threw on RX 10-mouth D-click right here to clean up all those clicks from the extraction process. Then Soothe 2 to tame the harsh frequencies. And finally, for EQ, I used EQ 8 to roll off the low end around 100 Hz and dip some boxiness in the mids to clear up space. Then I did a bit more surgical cleaning with a second EQ 8, and honestly, I wanted it even crisper, so I threw on an EQ 3 just to boost the highs a tiny bit more. Now for dynamics, I'm using the stock compressor. Ratio at 4:1 with a slower attack, around 49 milliseconds, letting the transients punch through while keeping the levels consistent. Moving on, I add Saturn 2 for warm saturation and create some space with Valhalla Room and Vintage Verb. Now, I don't want the delay to clash with the lead, so I've set up a custom ducking delay rack. I group the effects and split them into dry and wet chains. On the wet chain, stock delay in ping-pong mode for width, plus a glue compressor sidechain to the dry signal. This makes the delay duck when she's singing and swell up in the gaps. Keeps the vocal up front, but fills the space perfectly. To finish it off, I add an OTT on the end to glue everything together. Now that the vocal is sitting right, we need some emotion. For the main melody, I use this piano loop straight from my brand new sample pack, Dawn. In total, it's got about 540 files. You'll find 107 Serum presets, covering everything from heavy basses, supersaws to emotional pads, everything from drums, atmosphere, to melodic loops like the one I just used. I also included 2 starter kits with full stems and MIDI, just to help you get ideas down faster if you're stuck. If you think these sounds could be useful for your productions, the link is in the description. First, let's take a listen to the main piano melody. So, underneath that main piano melody, I added a pad layer to fill out the stereo field. I kept it quiet so it doesn't fight the vocals. For processing, a low cut at 60 Hz, compression, a delay with the Haas effect for width, auto filter for movement, and classic move and OTT for the highs. To glue it all together, I layered in some ambience and vinyl crackle from the pack. To get some rhythm going without being too aggressive, I dragged in this filtered drum loop. Few reverse FX. Finally, I automated the auto filter cutoff on the pad to slowly open up. Now for the breakdown. I stripped everything back, just the pads and ambience running. I pulled the auto filter cutoff way down. This pushes the sound underwater, giving the track distinct contrast before we bring the energy back. Into the build-up, I added new ambience, some cinematic strings, and a Reese bass to anchor the low end. Then, I layered 3 serum plucks together. In the processing chain, I used EQ to clean up the frequencies, Haas effect for width, saturation, OTT, and finally, 4 instances of EQ3 stacked. It might look strange, but stacking them like this changes the phase and makes the transient sound much sharper and harder. Now, to save time on automation, I routed all the melodic elements into a single audio track I call SC, basically acting as a master bus for the build-up and drop. On this group, I built a custom washout macro. One knob controls high pass, reverb, and most importantly, width. As I turn this up, it washes everything out and narrows the stereo width to 50%. This squeezes the sound to the center, creating tension. So when the drop hits, the stereo image feels much wider. Add in your standard snare build, fills, and uplifters. All right, let's break down the drop. For the kick, I layered a heavy kick with a sharp click sample. For the snare, I went huge, stacking 4 layers. I added some fast-paced top loops to keep the energy driving forward. I layered a drop crash on every single kick. Now, for the leads, I layered 6 instances of serum. Processing, amp effect for distortion. EQ to clean up the mud and boost around 2 to 3 kHz for presence. Saturation for warmth. Soothe 2 to remove the harshness. And OTT plus reverb. For the chords, I layered 4 instances of supersaws. The chain is similar to the leads, but I rolled off the highs above 18 kHz to keep it clean and added the Haas effect for width. The top bass, I layered 4 instances of serum to get a solid wall of grit. For the processing, EQ to clean up resonant frequencies and boost around 3 kHz for that growl, drum bus to thicken it up, Soothe 2 for harshness and Haas for width, the sub-bass DQ to cut all the highs, drum bus for weight, and a compressor to lock in the dynamics. The extras. I layered a white noise sample to fill out the air and high frequencies. Finally, I grouped all these into a drop stack for final bus processing. EQ8 to remove unwanted resonant frequencies, EQ3 to push the mids slightly forward, utility to mono the low end, Soothe 2 to tame the harshness from all that layering, and to glue it all together, OTT and saturation. To keep the flow interesting, I added a vocal chop from the original vocal. I applied sidechain to all to make it pump. Plus some Essential FX. And there you have it. That's exactly how I flipped Fractures into a modern melodic dubstep banger. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want the exact sounds I used today, the link is right down in the description. Go check it out, it really supports the channel. Smash that like button if you dug the vibe, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.